Welcome to my decadent life. My name is Jennifer. Thanks for hopping on this video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this beautiful berry fall-esque eye look, and I did do the rest of my makeup on camera for the most part, so if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, please stick around. Alright guys, are you ready? We're going to be doing a berry inspired eye look. I'm going to just sort of hop into it. This isn't specifically about what palettes I'm using. Focus is on clean beauty, but not specifically them having to be these exact palettes. This is just what I have and what I'm going to be using. So I want the Ilia Cool Neutrals palette so bad, and I believe as I'm filming this it is their friends and family sale, but I did not take the splurge and order because I have other colors I can use. So I'm just using a little bit of self-control. I'm gonna oops, wrong way. We're gonna get up close and personal. All right, so prepped with the Ilia eye primer, and I've been liking to prep my eyes with the PYT. This is in the color Pink Fair, but any color works. I do believe my little girl put this on as chapstick the other day because she can reach my counter, and my counter is in my bedroom, so it's impossible to keep her, or my filming station I should say, is in my bedroom, and it is impossible to keep her away from it. So I'm going to just put a little bit of concealer under my eyes. This is the Pacifica. I'm using the color 18W. And this isn't technically for concealing. This is just for shadow purposes. And then I'll just clean up before I go in with my foundation. So I'm going to be using the color Chiffon. This is from the Beautycounter Iconic palette. But I have depanned or panned a lot of my colors. So they're not actually in the palettes anymore, but I did take the time to write the names on the back just so for filming purposes I am able to tell you guys where the color is from, and then just for my purposes too, because I like to remember where things came from. And then I just put them all into a Salt New York palette like this, and I just essentially made my own kind of neutrals palette, which works out fine. And then I just keep the colored products that maybe I don't, the colored shadows that maybe I don't use as often in the palette that they came in, and so I can just pull them in. But I like having all those neutral tones just on hand, just really easy to access. Taking that same color, and because I did put a little concealer underneath, I'm just going to smoke out the bottom of my eye right away. And then this next step I feel a little terrified about. This is the Beauty Crop Dawn Gazing palette, and the color is down here called Twilight. This palette looks so purpley, berry toned, but a lot of these colors come off a little bit more pink, and I'm really wanting this to be a little bit more like purpley. I mean, I do want a little bit of berry, but I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm gonna take, it's like I want the brush to be fluffy, but not too fluffy. Does that make any sense? Not too big. All right, this is my Wayne number 4. I think we're gonna go in with this. This color, it picks up a ton, so I'm totally gonna do a little tapping off. And the thing is, when I tap it, oh, you can't really see. It does seem like a lot of that pigment comes off. I'm going to leave my eyes sort of open, and I'm just going, all right. There we go. That's okay. I think I can handle this. And I'm just gonna taking that chiffon color again and just smoking out those edges. Okay, so then I want to go into this color. I think it's called Seren right here. And I'm just going to sort of lay this down on this outer little V area. We're probably going to end up covering up a lot of that, but oops, that one got a little far out there. That's okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit of that down here. So for this center color, I want to use Crown, and this comes out of the Beautycounter. This is the Statement palette. So I am going to take a little bit of, and you don't have to do this, this will stick to your lids, but I'm going to be at work until about, well, you guys don't know what time it is right now, but I'm going to be at work kind of late tonight. So I've actually been using the True Glue eyelash adhesive. This is not what this product is intended for. I don't know if they would scold me for doing this, but I feel like this is an organic product that's safe to be on my eyelids. So I'm just going to use a little bit more on my eyelids, and I think that that should be fine. I did not have any issues when I've done this the last time. So I let it just get a tiny bit tacky, put a little on the back of my hand, and then I just sort of press onto that lid where I want this shimmery mica color to go. And then I just make sure to clean off my finger, and before it dries, I grab that product and apply. It might be smarter to do one eye at a time, as I feel like this glue does dry pretty fast. I apologize, I just realized our hallway bathroom fan was on. My husband leaves the fan on in our bathroom a lot at nighttime because it's right by our little girl's room, and it helps as kind of a white noise. And then I always forget to turn it off because I don't use that bathroom, and I've just gotten so used to hearing that sound. So I'm annoyed that it'll be in this front part of the video, but I'm not starting over right now. So we're just gonna keep trucking ahead. I'm gonna take what's left on this packing brush and just sort of press that in. So as you can see, I do get a little fallout with that mica color, so I don't mind having it like down where the shadow is. Like I said again, I will clean this up, so that's no big deal for me as far as that goes. And then I am going to go into my little homemade palette. This comes from Beautycounter. This color up here, it's in the Necessary Neutrals palette, and I am going to just, and I don't really need a lot of highlight because I wanted this to be really smoked out up high, but I am just going to sort of like lightly buff that eyebrow line, and it looks like somebody really needs an eyebrow wax. So, I mean, I do eyebrow waxes for a living. Like, you'd think I could get it together and get my eyebrows waxed, but nope, doesn't seem to happen. Okay, and then I'm thinking what I want to use in this inner corner highlight. This color here might work really good. This is Cava from the Necessary Neutrals. Cava. Yeah, I've heard it both ways. And I'm just gonna press that into this inner section and bring it down. Okay, so now we're gonna head to foundation. I'm actually gonna mix the Beautycounter Tint Skin in Linen with just a little bit of honey. I probably am the color Sand right now, but I'm actually out of Sand, and it's not the end of the world since I have these two. I'd much rather use what I have. However, I do have it on my in my cart actually, because I do need to do an order sooner than later. I have really pretty good luck with these with this foundation, and really this combo works really good for my skin as well. And I'm just going to use my Eco Tools beauty sponge. Oh, it has seen better days. I actually purchased this version of it thinking that it was going to be the same, but the textures are a little different. The swirly one has silver in it, I believe. So I know everybody, you know, dots that are on their face or different things like that. My chin lately has been a problem area, so I kind of like to start there and then just sort of work my way up my face. Alrighty, and then now we're going to do a little bit of concealer. This is the Pacifica liquid color, again in the color 18W. I also have 14W, I believe, and that works really good for like a skin tone, for covering any blemishes. And this last week, I did kind of break out a little bit more. I shaved my face for the first time. I believe I did everything okay. I just think my skin was like, what the heck is this? What's happening? And it was just a little too much. So I'll get to the bottom of that, and then I'll talk a little bit more about that, because I do like how my makeup has been applying and wearing since I got rid of a lot of those little baby hairs. And I am going to set this. I'm using my Beautycounter mattifying, and I really just want, for right now, to set right under my eye. And then as I lift I'm going to make sure that some of the spots where I crease the worst, I'll just set those right away too. So ever since I got these, I have been using them pretty much nonstop. So these are the Cream Tint Pros from Salt, New York. And I love this color right here, Rose. So I just take that on the chubby end of my Eco Tools. This is like that newer one I was telling you about that I don't absolutely love, but it seems to work really good for these products. And I really do just give it a good swirl. It's going to just like absolutely like melt right into my skin, so I don't worry about overdoing it. And I like to put some right up here and a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then I'm going to go in to this little corner here into the highlight color, which it's crazy. Like, I haven't there's tons of product in here, but like you can see, I've actually really been using this, and I really, really love it. And I kind of put it everywhere, and I don't care if it's overkill. I love it in the center of my forehead, on this tip-top part of my nose, and of course the cheekbones. I don't do the end of my nose, although I do think it's really cute. I don't have a cute end of a nose. I have kind of a wide circular end of my nose. So I try not to highlight that. I actually try to decrease that, but I do like to do my Cupid's bow. And these are so magnetized, they're like so stuck in there. So then this is the contour color. And Kiki absolutely made sure that she has all of her bases on colors covered. So this is the perfect contour color for me, but she has some really great bronzer colors for darker and lighter skin tones, and probably colors that would work as bronzer or as contours as well. However, this is the one that works just perfectly for me. So this is my Wayne Goss foundation brush, and I was using this with a beauty blender initially, but now I think I've decided I like it better with this brush. So I am going to set all of this, and that might seem a little intense as I do it because I kind of have a little bit of a maddening method. I love the illuminated effect that my makeup has. However, I just don't feel comfortable going to work this dewy. It'll slip and slide right off by the time I'm into like my second color. So I do feel like I need to really set my face. And then I take that blush end and I just sort of pounce it all around to really kind of blend it together. So I'm actually going to tone this down because sometimes I even add an extra step, but I'm going to use my Juice Beauty Phyto Pigment Setting Powder. This is my Beautycounter powder brush, and all the places that I want to still be a little bit luminous, I set with this powder. And then I go in with my Ilia. This is in Waikiki Run, and this translucent powder actually has some pigment to it. So I take this fluffy fan brush from Beautycounter and really work that product in, and then I just set the places where I would want to either be contoured or maybe a little bronzed. And it just helps to not cancel out the warmth that I've created on my face. And then I'm going to go in, I know, and this is just so much, I'm going to go into the Pacifica. This is the Light and Radiance powders, and I use this fluffy Eco Tools blush brush and this Sunset Matte color down here. And I even like set this cream blush with a powder blush. And then, because if that isn't extra enough, I go into this Glimmer Shimmer color right here, and I sort of re-highlight all of those places. But you have to remember, I'm going to work, and I'm going to be like working all day. So this gives me some really good lasting power. And I just kind of have this down to a routine that even though it might seem excessive, it works really good for me, and it works the way I need it to work. We won't be forgetting about brows. This is the Beautycounter Brow Gel in Medium. And I'm just going to give them a good brush through. My brows are really ready to be groomed. I know that fluffy brows are in style right now, but I don't have what I feel like is enough lid space to really let my brow grow down, especially on this tail. So I like to clean that up because it makes me feel like I am able to widen, or not widen, like really lift my natural brow bone by cleaning that underneath up. So I don't take away any of the bulk of my eyebrows. I just like to clean up that bottom part. And so I really like this product, but sometimes I get a little heavy-handed, and so I will just go through with a spoolie. You guys probably weren't able to see that. I'll just go through with a spoolie, and then it just sort of perks everything up and blends out any extra that there may have been. All right, a little bit of tight lining with my Thrive Cosmetics eyeliner. This is just black, but the color is called Lauren. Then I'm going into the Beautycounter. This is a palette I have pretty much ripped most of the colors out of. I'm going into this color up here, Bordeaux. I know how to say Bordeaux on this little tiny brush. Just felt like I needed to buff that together a little bit more. I don't know if that added much, but I think just enough. It felt just a little bit too light, and then I think if it's too light under my eyes, I feel like I just look like I have a cold with that kind of berry color. So, okay, we're gonna line our lips. So this lip liner is from Mirabella in the color Nude. I don't know that this is really a clean product. When I was using Mirabella at the salon years ago, they were always all about how they were mineral and they were good ingredients, and when I've looked some things up, it's not perfect, but I have some of the products still, and like the lip liners have just like lasted forever. So, and then this is the Beautycounter from the Christmas Trio Color Intense in Rosewood. So you don't need a lot of that, especially with a little bit of that liner. But one thing I've been loving to do is take this Thrive Cosmetics. This is the eye brightener in the color Aurora. And I like to just highlight the center. And it just gives my lips just like this little extra pop. What are we forgetting? Oh, mascara. That's right. I want to film this mascara step using the Clove and Hollow separately, and I'm going to actually put that in a separate video. So I will come back with the new Clove and Hollow mascara on my eyelashes. So here is the finished look with mascara on. I don't know what you guys think, but I really love this look. I did a look similar to this on my Instagram a couple weeks ago, and I just wanted to recreate it using a little bit more berry, and that pick, it was a little bit more on the pinker side. I think I should try again and do really purple, like really deep, grungy purple. We have a concert coming up in the middle of November, so I think that this is gonna be kind of my go-to. And then I'm gonna pair it with, I believe it's called the Napa like liquid lip that Clove and Hollow has. So this is my look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would take a moment and leave me just a little note in the comments. Tell me what you think of this look. I also did film the little Clove and Hollow demo, and I will put that video up separately. That way it doesn't get lost inside this whole makeup look. So far I've really been enjoying this mascara. I've had it for about a month, and I think it applies nice, and I think it wears really well either. And at $19, I think it's a pretty good price point for a clean mascara. So please hit that subscribe button if you are interested in what I'm doing here on this channel. I would love to have you, and it would also be great if you wanted to follow me over at Jennifer's My Decadent Life on Instagram. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.